we are live. Welcome in. I want to turn off my setting. I don't need to monitor my sound. Okay, welcome in. Tonight is a fun-ass night. So we will be doing audience participation. This is going to be Marble Madness. So I am excited to get this done. I think it's going to be a blast. Going to get rid of some of these tools because we don't need them all right now. What's up, Christy? How are you? Good to see you, Christy. Dragonfly, how are you? Okay, so tonight is Marble Madness. I have a customer who is coming online. They're not online just yet. I didn't see their name come across. But they have given me permission to go through and make some marbles. They ordered as many as I could make in up to the 20 range. And they said they wanted audience participation. Why? I'm good. Christy, how are you? So they wanted to be the participating force behind TikTok versus YouTube on battles. So I'm pretty excited to see how this goes tonight. I think it'll be fun. Okay, we're going to bring this in. We're going to separate this one. I'm probably going to separate one more ahead of time real quick. Pull that down. And then don't forget, tomorrow night we have the giveaway going on. It will be on at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the ornament that we did earlier. I'm just going to have to find a spot here just out of room. I have to deal with it that way. Tonight we are doing Marble Madness. Really? Get off. So I have a customer that ordered up to 20 marbles, and they said that we have carte blanche to go for the opportunity to have audience participation. So you guys kind of get to pick the colors, and we'll see what happens. It'll be fun. Audience participation is always a great experience. So I think it'll be something that, you know, not a lot of people get to do. And that's going to be the cool part. So starting off tonight, we are going to start off with, let's do the battle between first two colors. Lime green or cobalt. What's up, Daisy Girl? So first two colors, lime green or cobalt. You guys get to pick the first color between these two. And it's a battle between YouTube and TikTok. Cobalt, lime, cobalt, 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 cobalt. Lime green. I'm watching both channels here. TikTok is going green, and YouTube is going blue. Because it's audience participation. So cobalt, 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 green, lime. I'm looking at the battles right now. Got another 5 seconds. We'll figure it out. And YouTube has won with cobalt at the moment. Okay, so that's color number one. Let's go with option number 2 here. We can do, what do I have handy? Oh, yeah. This butterscotch caramel or we'll do this. Butterscotch caramel or pink. You guys decide to go with the blue. Butterscotch caramel or pink. So this will be the first color combination you guys get to pick from. Dragonfly, thank you for the jewels. Pink, pink, pink. Oh, wow. Both sides are going pink. Caramel, caramel. Pink, pink, pink. Caramel. Pink is ahead. Wow. Pink is going nuts. Yeah, that's not even close. Pink is it. Pink is it right now. That one wasn't even close. All right, so first marble of the night will be pink and cobalt. Well, we got several of them we're going to do, so you guys get to participate more. It's not going to be a problem. And we're going to pick designs. None of them are going to look the same. So they're all going to be unique. So we are good on that aspect. So it is audience participation night tonight. So you guys get to help direct and pick out the combinations here. So let's go. We're going to apply these two colors, and we're going to start doing the two colors, and then we're going to make it into this one. We're going to do kind of what I call a loose spiral. What's up, Daddy Rose? I call it a loose spiral. And it's basically just a spiral that is not very tight, meaning the lines are not very thin. So right now we're just kind of forming up the pink. And then we'll get the blue side done. And we'll go from there. Actually, we're going to spiral this up a little differently tonight. We're going to use two ends of blue and pink in the middle. This will give it a little old world. Just another year older? Yeah, I know it's your B-Day. All right, there we go. We're going to bring it in. A little bit more. So right about there. Okay, so next step. Is it Friday yet? Nope. It is Thursday. So we're going to take blue. We're going to sandwich that pink in between. Kind of like welding glass, yes. And we're going to grab it there. So the trick on this is we're going to sandwich it together. We're going to put two ends of blue on here to keep the pink in the middle. We're going to kind of flatten it out into a UFO shape and bring it down into a spiral. So right now we're just getting half of it done. Again, this is for a customer at the moment. They requested audience participation tonight. So it'll be interesting how this all turns out. So we got half the blue on there right now. I don't know if you can see the variation in the two colors. What's up from France? How are you? This is not blown glass right now. This is sculpted. There's absolutely no air pressure being put into this. Mike, we are doing multiple marbles. This is audience participation night tonight. The customer that ordered these said, let the audience decide the colors. So that's what we're doing. They do not want to be known, though. They do not want their name revealed. So we're going to respect that. We'll get to the color choices in a little bit. Right now we have the two colors. And then we're going to be doing several of these marbles, so we'll have them going. There'll be plenty of opportunity to participate. Okay, there's the other side of the blue. We're good. All right, so now we got right in the middle is a pink, then we got two cobalt sides on it. And as I said before, we got to create a UFO shape. Oop, just hit my microphone. So So we're going to flatten it a little right there. There's half a UFO. And then we're going to do the other side. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the snowmen are one of my favorite. That one's actually pretty dang cool, the greenish one. That has the uranium hat on it. So it is pretty intense. Yeah, that one is pretty intense. Get off. And we're going to bring it in and flatten it out. I don't know. It's not looking like a UFO. It's kind of looking like a damn hamburger at the moment. There we go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're having fun tonight. It's not quite the UFO. Christy with the big shout out. Christy gets a big shout out for the shout outs. Thank you, Christy. Appreciate the shout outs on TikTok. All right, so next step, we're going to take this and we're going to apply it to the side. Wow, that one hit my mouth perfectly. What's up, Share Bear? Okay, so we're going to come through and we're going to attach it to the side like that. Really rough attachment right now. Oxygen and propane are the two gases. Lucky Lex, how are you? And then we just tap. Off it comes. Okay, so this will give you a little bit more of a close-up version of the pink in the middle, the two blues on the outside. Do I make spinner pearls? No, I don't. Actually, I should, but I don't. Started dabbing in fused glass. Fused glass is hard. So is stained glass. I tried fused glass and stained glass. The fused glass frustrated me because all my projects kept moving. Okay, there we are. So now we got it between 2 points here. So you can see that line directly in the middle. This is where we're going to get the spiral. So this is kind of how old world marbles are made. You know, like the old ones. Stained glass is harder than sculpture? No. It just depends on how much practice you have at stuff. What's up, Red Squeak? How are you? Okay, so we're going to take this and stretch it out a little. Like that. I'm going to pull it way down. Like that. Okay? So now we got it elongated. You can still see that line in the middle. Now we're going to push it all back together. And as I start to push it, it's going to create a natural spiral, which is going to be neat. How long does it take to make the zero? Last night it was about 30 minutes from the timing. Now, if I don't have to do it on live stream, it's a lot faster. Okay, now we're just going to start pushing it back together. Oops, my drill's in the way. You can see that kind of spiraling, that coil starting to happen together. Actually, I'll just bring it down here. So that just naturally happens as I push it together. It would be much harder to try and keep those lines super straight. So we're just pushing it together now. There we go. Bring it out. Okay, so now we are in the stage where we're going to get it round. Can everybody see the little bit of a spiral in there? What's the weirdest request? I can't say what the weirdest request I ever got was. It would flag me. I can't actually say it. It was pretty raunchy. I would definitely have to go into an age-restricted chat. All right, we're getting a nice spiral. Oh, you know what? While we're at it, let me turn this down just a touch. Sorry, 1 second here. I'm going to turn this down a little. There we go. So my glasses have a filter on them called Dididium. No, I did not make the request. I refuse to. Anyway, so now watch through the filter here. Can you see that okay? See how you can see into the fire? Now watch. So this is a great example of how my glasses actually function and work. A little bit of fire, you know, a little bit of X-ray vision into it. And we're just, we'll start over here. There we go. And then we're going to come to the smaller mold here. And we're going to start rounding it out. Like so. So now we got half a marble. No, not memorial. These are actually not memorials. This is for a customer. They are on the live stream. They do not want their name to be mentioned. So I'm going to respect that, but they are on right now, and they gave me carte blanche to have the audience participate in the color choices, and I could do whatever I want for designs. I got to pull a little bit off here. We're going to come through. We're going to do a small attachment over here now. Tiny, tiny attachment. Don't forget to share the channel out there. I would really appreciate it. Share it with your friends, family, whoever. It will help me a lot. I'm trying to grow the channels. It's going to allow me to kind of do some more giveaways. Don't forget, tomorrow night we have a giveaway at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for the ornament that we did last night. I'd like to do more giveaways, but you know, shipping and everything adds up. So having more people come through, it kind of boosts up a little bit of the algorithm for me, and it allows me the ability to do some giveaways. It's not a criteria for it, but it is what it is. All right, so now we got that right there. Can you guys see that spiral okay? TikTok and YouTube, can you both see that spiral? I want to make sure the camera's coming in pretty clear. Today's your birthday? Awesome. Happy birthday. What's the cost of what I'm making? There is, depends on how many you're doing. Like this one's about 20, I think it was $22, considering they ordered 20 of them. So the more you get, the less it is. And, well, not necessarily all the way true, but but they're letting me do audience participation, so I did a really good deal for that. Because I think it's kind of fun to let everybody pick the colors. Thought that was kind of nice. What's up, JoJo? I'm going to bring it in, get it a little bit more round. It's not quite there yet. It's got a tiny bobble. And we are good. Okay, so next step is we're going to get it to the point where we're going to finish it off. Okay, we're just letting it cool off for a second. So we got a nice little round marble here. This will be a set of marbles that are going to go into a bowl. So it's going to be a like a sculpture within a sculpture. You know, independent marbles forming a tiny sculpture with wow, I don't have any holding rods. That's all amber purple right there. Oh, that'll work. Actually, this color looks really good together. I think it looks good. So now that is barely attached. That is barely on there. And pull this off, pull a little bit of that clear off there. That off, there we go. And then we're going to smooth that out. We got this really cool, it's kind of like one of those hypnotic spirals that goes through. You can start to see it maybe coming in just a second. All right, maybe not. Come on. I don't know why I did that. It's not going to cool it off. That definitely isn't going to help. All right, now you can see that spiral happening in there. So it's got a really nice, cool combo spiral to it. Like I said, this one looked very old world, like old marble style. It is a little bit of work, but you know what? It's worth it. I would be a lot faster if I wasn't live streaming it. But, you know, every time I take it out, show everybody everything, it takes a little while. That's okay. So this tool right here is made by Dragonfly Creation. It is one of my favorite tools on the planet, because it allows me to grab the marble like that without damaging it. Now you can see that beautiful spiral on both ends. Yeah, if I didn't have to live stream this and I could just sit and knock this thing out without worrying about it, half the time. It'd be about half the time. But, you know, you guys are worth it, right? I think so. All right, there we are. First one of the night then. Okay, I gotta take care of something real quick. Daddy Rhodes, are you still on? Because I have to ask if today is your birthday or is it another day? Okay, is today the birthday? So if so, we got to do a quick birthday cake. Okay, so remind me of the colors again, because I don't have the note in front of me. And we'll get that out of the way. Yep, we can do that with ashes. So this is the hat from last night. Can you guys see that uranium going? Yeah, it is your birthday, Kane, but for subscribers, I do birthday cakes. What's up, Wendy? How are you? Yeah, that is the uranium one. Okay, Daddy Rhodes, need your help here. Because I don't have the phone. Blue bottom, red top, and uranium. Uranium in the candlestick. It's not going to be full uranium in the stick, but blue bottom, red top. Got it. Okay, so we are making a quick birthday cake, and then we will back to audience participation marbles. Let's get this done. Let's get this one going. Yeah, this is going to be a quick birthday cake. For on TikTok for subscribers, I do birthday cake on your birthday, and then I'll be doing that on YouTube here. I don't know what they're called on YouTube though. It's different than subscribers. I believe. I can't remember. There's too many things going out there. Blue bottom, red top, uranium candlestick. Got it. Members, that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Beans. Thank you, everybody, for answering the question. You guys are awesome. So we're making the cake right now. This is going to be a fun. We're going to go a little bit custom on it, but first we got to make the base. So this is kind of like making the batter. Because it is Daddy Rhodes' birthday. Okay, let's get this pushed in. There we go. We're getting it all built up. The initial base of the cake, it takes a little bit. It takes a little work. Definitely be easier to do it out of tubing, but it wouldn't be as fun. It wouldn't look as cool. Hey, welcome to the Spark. Thank you so much. NES, thank you. I can't see the whole thing. The green is like messing with my eyes. Thank you so much. Scratcher. There you go. Got you. NES Scratcher. Cool. Thank you. Now you're a member. Okay, so a little bit more. And we're just pushing a little bit. It takes a little bit. This glass does not like to move until it's like 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it starts getting kind of liquidy. So it takes a little bit of work here. A little bit more. Wendy! Oh my God. Thank you, Wendy. That thing is amazing. Thank you for the magic roll, Wendy. Wendy on TikTok just sent this amazing gift coming across the screen. The magic roll. That was awesome. All right, so we got the base built. So next step, we're going to take this and we're going to flatten it on two sides, create that cake section. We do have the flame going through here, so you can kind of see what my glasses are doing while we're doing this. So that's how my glasses react to the flame. Okay, we're going to bring it over, flatten a little. Like that. It always creates this kind of Hershey Kiss shape starting off. It never looks like a cake right off. Nope, not the food review guy. Because the only thing I would review is peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm like the peanut butter and jelly master. Everybody knows that. Which I just tried this new peanut butter. Oh my god, it's really good. It's like, oh my god, what is it called? It's got a blue label. It's like Jif. It's a blue label, blue and brown label. It's really good. I can't remember the name of it. It's brand new. It's like a lot less sugar, but it tastes hella good. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to make the other end. Yeah, Skippy, I think it is. Something like that. So it's a national brand, and oh my god, it's good. It's brand new. Yeah, peanut butter and jelly sandwich ornament would be freaking cool. Didymium filter on the camera. There is a way for me to do it, but the problem is if I had didymium filter on the cameras, everything would be purple. You guys miss all the colors. The only people that really want to see didymium full-time are glassblowers. Deborah, welcome to the Spark. Welcome in. Thank you for being a member. Big shout out to Deborah. And a big shout out to NES too for becoming a member tonight. It's my favorite color to work with. Amber purple, North Star glass. Absolutely amber purple. Because there's, oh, what is that? Red Squeak racing helmet. That was freaking cool. Okay, we're going to separate this. Like that. Like I said, it looks very much like a Hershey Kiss. What's my favorite type of jelly? Oh, so there's a little farm around here that makes huckleberry jelly by hand, like homemade huckleberry jelly. So I get it from there, and they do a lower sugar for me because I don't like things too sweet. I'm not a big person that loves it super, super sweet. So they do a special blend of it, and it's a huckleberry jam. It's delicious. What's up, Taki? Right now we're making a birthday cake. After this, we're doing audience participation we're making marbles, and it's YouTube versus TikTok. We have both live streams going. YouTube versus TikTok, you guys get to pick the colors of the marbles. So stick around. You make elderberry jam? I don't know what elderberry is. That sounds wonderful too. So yeah, so she makes my huckleberry jam and she makes my moonshine. So both of which are freaking awesome. All right, we're gonna bring it in. I probably shouldn't have said that. I do sell the zeros. Yes, I think I got a price down for it. They're not cheap. They're gonna probably, I don't want to quote it just yet, but it's above 60. I can tell you that. How do you know the differential colors with the filter on the glasses? Kind of cute. I have to peek through. I kind of peek through, Christy. Yeah, it's going to be above 60 for those. Unfortunately, the glass is super expensive, and they do take me a while. Oh, you're from Germany? Oh, awesome. It is 7:38 p.m. for me. Apple pie moonshine is really, really good. Yes. Yeah, Stephanie, my wife, grew up in partially in Garmisch Parkation. Garmisch Parkation. I think I'm saying it correctly. Okay, so this is the initial part for the cake. Okay, kind of have that cakey going right there. Peach shine. I haven't had peach yet. She made me apple pie, cherry jubilee moonshine, and then one that's made with brown sugar. A brown sugar one, which was really, really good. It was kind of like oatmeal brown sugar. All right, so we got that cake part done. I'm going to park it in the kiln temporarily because we're going to do a really cool color combo here for Daddy Rose. I got to make this color though. Set that in there temporarily. So we got to take blue. We're going to stripe some blue with some sparkly looking color. Where is my sparkle? There it is. So this is a sparkly blue. We're going to coat the outside of this with a lighter blue, and we're going to pull it into a stringer and use that for the bottom. Yeah, peach is pretty awesome, I would think. I haven't had peach moonshine, but the brown sugar was absolutely fantastic. I didn't care for the cherry one too much. But again, that was kind of sweet. But the apple pie is amazing. I think the apple pie is probably the most common moonshine. I think. I do ship my work. With anybody that knows it, do you think apple pie is? Yes, I am working on a GTT. This is the Kabuki. So we're going to bring it in, and we're going to add just a little bit more here. So this is layering a color on top of another color, and the cobalt's a little bit transparent, so it's going to allow the undercoating or the undercolor to show up a little, and that undercolor has a really nice sparkle to it. And we're just going to use this temporarily. So it'll have a nice little shimmer, but not overpowering. So we're going to heat it up. We're going to pull it into a thinner rod called a stringer. It's exactly what it sounds like. We're stringing it out. Somewhere in the 2 to 3 millimeter size. All right, pulling it down just a little bit more. Probably made way too damn much of this, but that's okay. So that is the blue that we made that has a little bit of a sparkle to it. I'm hoping you can see it. What's up, Ray? So you can kind of see that blue popping through. It looks really, really good. And let's add it to the cake. So this is the cake that we're starting with. And here we go. So we lined it up right there. That has the little cake ribbon on the bottom. Miss Kelly, everything's good. How are you? So we're going to do a little bit of a design on the bottom here. Just give it a little bit of a funky, cool bottom. What's up, Sharky? How are you? So yeah, we're starting. This is all the blue portion. We got this bottom. We're going to spiral that, all those dots in the bottom up. We're going to twist them. It's going to look pretty amazing when it gets done. But what I like about it is it's going to have a nice sparkle to it. It's not going to be too bad. It's not going to be overly powered. So we're just going to spin this up like that. And pull it apart. There we are. And now, well, I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, let me get it hot. So it's got to be hot when you can see it. Hold on, we're going to get it super hot. What's up? How's everybody doing? What's my favorite planet except Earth in the solar system? I'm always rooting for the small guy, so Pluto. Yes, Pluto's the planet. I don't know if you guys could see that little bit of a spiral in there. Christy, thank you. Ray, thank you. Watch it again, one more time. Got that little spiral effect in there. I did not go to school for this. I learned this from my mother. She started when I was 2 years old, and so I'm second generation. It is not dying art. No, this art is not dying. Not if I have anything to say about it. That's why I'm live streaming too. I am trying to get it out there. Ask anybody that has followed me for a while. I love helping people out get started with advice. I'm not going to let it die out. I'm not going to. Thank you for the club. Cheers. Not going to happen on my watch. Sam, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. All right, so we got a punchy to the bottom here of the cake. This looks really cool right now. I'm super happy with it. It looks really good. Yeah, it looks fantastic. from the other end, which is where this spiral is supposed to be seen, so like from top down, it looks amazing. And the reason it looks so good from the top down is it's magnifying everything from the bottom. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gift. Oh my God. Rickham, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, here we go. We're going to pull this off. We're going to smooth it out a little bit. You hate plastics? Yeah, I don't like plastic either. I really don't. I don't like plastic at all. I have, so if, I'm going to hate to say this, but it's true. I'm going to give you guys a little heads up. There are borosilicate coffee mugs and glasses on Amazon. I highly recommend them. All right, I got to park this in the kiln real quick because we got to do the other color. I need to grab a red real quick. I'm going to be off screen for like 5 seconds. There we go. So yeah, on Amazon there are what's called borosilicate glasses and coffee mugs. My favorite, thank you Tom, what's up? My favorite is a beaker. All right, so we're going to take this uranium glass, we're going to coat it in red, and that's going to create the, can you see that green happening? That's the same as this hat. So it's this red, this green here, we're going to coat it in red, we're going to make the red uranium. But anyway, the beaker mug is one of my favorite coffee mugs. Now, I don't drink coffee. I use it for mushroom tea, mushroom coffee. But the Pyrex beaker on Amazon is freaking super stable and amazing. All right, so we're going to coat this uranium with red. Now I know how much I'll need. I don't need that much of it. I did too much of that blue before. So I'm going to show you what this red does. It doesn't show up right away, but keep your eye on that on that section right there. Watch it. It's going to get darker, darker, darker in about 3, 2, 1, and it's just going to start getting dark. Like that. So it goes completely transparent, comes back to red. So while I'm making it, it's not going to look too red, but when it's done, it will be super red. But anyway, if you get the chance to go on Amazon and buy one of the beaker mugs, oh my God, it's so cool. I dig it. I am from the US, but I am very close to Canada. I'm very, very close to Vancouver, Canada. I'm just a hop, skip, and jump away. All right, so now we're going to pull this down into a stringer. You love the music? Me too. So this music is, I'm going to give credit. It is in my my listing there on the description. It's from Harris Heller, who is a YouTuber on here, and he has a company or a stream called Stream Beats. It's copyright free for streamers, and I really appreciate him doing this. So I try and give him as much shout out, not that he needs it. I'm just a small YouTuber, but hey, that's okay. He's a good guy. I love his content. It's also called Senpai Gaming. All right, so we're pulling this down. And we're going to leave a little bit right here for a reason. I'm going to leave that there. So you can see it's starting to get a little bit more red as we go through. So this has the uranium underneath it, which is going to be amazing. Okay, let's go. So this was going to be my career if I didn't do glassblowing. A pastry chef. So this is kind of like full circle for me right now. And that is the truth. I was going to be a pastry chef. It was one of the two. Mom's doing good, Ray. Thanks for asking. Okay, we're going to bring this in. All right, so you should be able to see the red come in here. I don't do any card caps. I'm sorry. I don't have a problem with the industry. I just don't do them. Yes, I am selling the Zero Dog, Tom Tom. All right, so we're going to watch the top portion right here. Watch that little section. You're going to see it start getting more and more red. What kind of pastries? What was my favorite? Well, what got me interested in it is I went to a resort in Idaho called Hagen's Resort, and they brought out this chocolate cabin. Okay, it was a chocolate cabin, 3D sculpture. No, they're not listed yet, Tom Tom. And they heated the bottom of it, and then raspberry filling came out of the chimney. And I was like, oh my God, that is the coolest thing ever. So I thought maybe I want to be a pastry chef. But I didn't do it. All right, so we're going to add some blue to the here because little cakes have little buttons on them. We're just going to go all the way around. But I thought that was the coolest thing ever. The little raspberry filling popping out of the chocolate cake, or not cake, sculpture when it was heated. And that kind of got me sparked into thinking about it because it was so creative. Got one there. I have been to Venice, yes. I've been to Venice, which is essentially Murano too. I had a great time in Venice. All right, so we got to do the dots around the top too. I don't make any bongs. I don't have any problem with the industry. I just don't do them. There's so many people making them now, you don't need one from me. Okay, let me add the little dots here. So again, we're making a birthday cake. On TikTok, the subscribers get a birthday cake for their birthday. You have to be subscribed for at least 3 months. Someone burned me getting a item done with 1 month, and it cost me way more in shipping to do that. And then on YouTube, it'll be members. So if you are a member on YouTube now, you are now qualified for one of these. You'll be qualified to get a birthday cake on your birthday. little side bonus. Okay, so now we got the sides kind of decorated. Let's add in the candle. I like doing the candle in clear for the most part. Sometimes I do them in other colors, but this one's going to look best in clear. Then we're going to do an accent of uranium and red. Okay, I need one size glass, and it is hiding from me at the moment. Of course, the one time there it is. That's what nope, too thick. There you are. Yeah, Groves? Groves, you love your cake? Yeah. Your birthday passed already? Well, at 3 months, let me know. When 3 months passes by, maybe we can do a retro for maybe for on YouTube, the first 10 people that are members, I can do a retro cake. Just send me a private message. Okay, let's go. We're going to add in the little nobule here. So we're adding the stem. So this is for the candle portion. And we're going to cut it off here. Get rid of that. Okay, so first things first, I want to add a little bit of the color like it's dripping down. No, we should do that out of the blue. So like the wax is melting. From the candle here. There we are, just a little bit. Don't want to blend it in too much. Then we're going to take that red with uranium and make the flame. And it should look awesome because this thing will glow in the black light. Yeah. Now we got to wait for all the colors to come into play, but yeah, so a little birthday cake. It will look freaking amazing when it cools off and all those colors come into play. Hopefully, let's bring a flashlight on it. You can kind of, you can see it's kind of there. You can see the bottom. See how it's all lit up on the inside? But yeah, there it is from the side too. It looks good. I'm gonna park it in here. So I got to remove it from the bottom at the very end. So I wanted to show some unique stuff about marbles. A lot of people always think bigger marbles are better. So I'm going to show you some of my collector marbles that I have of my own. This is one of my favorites. I don't know if y'all can see that little action in there. So a little tulip in there. Now this is about a 3/4 inch marble. I love that one. And then we have the spiral flower, which, oops, crap. Luckily they don't break. The little spiral flower, like that. It kind of looks like a little mini spiral on with a flower design to it. Then this one just has a little cool design to it. I got to bring it out a little. There. So it has lots of tiny little lines running through it. So marbles don't necessarily have to be super big to be really cool. And then we might try one or two of these tonight. So this is a spiderweb marble. I don't know if y'all can see that okay. Lots of little lines running through. Well, let me just put it in the mold here. Maybe it'll show up better down there. There. It's too hard to hold. Or I can put it in the holder. See if that works. There. Now you can see it. See all those little spider webs running through it? So maybe we'll try a couple of those tonight. But for now, we are back to audience participation. So it is YouTube versus TikTok. We're going to vote on some colors. We're going to go back to lime green for one. Lime green, opaque, lime green light, or dark forest green, sparkle. So lime green light, lime transparent, lime green opaque, or the forest green. You guys pick. It's TikTok versus YouTube. You guys get to decide. Forest green, lime green, sparkle, dark forest, middle. Middle is the transparent. Lime green, lime 3, forest green. Okay. Wow, it's pretty neck and neck right now. It is very, very neck and neck. Transparent, forest green and transparent are the two up for right now. Almost there. Forest green is one. Both YouTube and TikTok both at the same pace. You both won that one. There was a tie on that. Okay, so let's look at color number 2 here. So that's a darker color. We need to go light. Again, we'll try, we got caramel. We can do white. We can definitely do a white. And blue. And I'll do one more. Oh, let's do amber purple. Okay, so the amber purple at the end of this, see that disc right there? That is the amber purple, okay? So the disc is the amber purple color. I just have to show it to you that way. So amber purple, white, blue, or caramel. You guys vote. So this will be going with the dark green. Bobby, it is TikTok and YouTube. So you figure it out. Amber purple, amber purple, amber purple. White, 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 amber purple, blue, both. No, can't do both. It's only 2 colors. Amber purple, purple. I think amber purple is taking it on this one at the moment. And white. All right. I think we're going to go amber purple and white and green. We're going to do both. So we're going to sandwich 3 colors. I was only going to do 2, but we'll do 3. So we're going to do 3 colors on this. It was pretty wild on all that. So now we're going to go green, white. We'll put amber purple. So the white will be sandwiched in between the 2. So we go 3. You guys got me to do 3 colors. You guys got me to do 3. Awesome. I love audience participation. So this is, again, for a customer. They asked me to do audience participation. And these are all going to one customer. but they said let the audience decide on the colors. So I thought that was kind of cool. They are watching, they just don't want their name out there. But they are watching. Okay, so we're coming through. We're going to do a lot of white on here. A Lucky Lex. Hold on. Let me see if I can add you. Hold on one second. I got to do one thing real quick. Okay, let me see if I can click on Lucky Lex here. I got you. Oh my God. Lucky Lex, I got you as a moderator now. Woo. Got it working. Okay. Yeah, they don't want to be known. They don't want their name out there, but yeah. All right, so we're doing this. We're going to go a little bit bigger than the standard marble because we do have 3 colors going. So we need a lot of room to get all 3 colors showing up. We're just going to bring it out. What do you think? You guys like the audience participation night? I think it's kind of fun. We could get a little more involved later down the road. TikTok, we did a audience participation one day where we made all kinds of crazy stuff. We made a dork bird. Dork bird was where we took, we put elephant ears on it and all kinds of crazy things. All right, I got to grab a little bit of white here. It's getting short. So we're going to grab that. Yeah, we're making marbles right now. This is audience participation night, though. So you all get to help decide what is being made on the fly. And we are running TikTok versus YouTube. So I am live streaming to both. And I'm watching the chat on both. So when the color choices come through, whoever has the most comments and the most dominant color wins. Yeah, there's several ways to do marbles. This is just one of them that, just one of the styles. There are several ways to do this. Though, this isn't the only way to do it. But this is one method for sure. Red, white, and blue, please. We would have to see how the audience does with that. Again, it is full audience participation, not just one. YouTube colors, red and black. Oh, that would be funny, actually. All right, so we're going to take the amber purple. So this is a trippy, trippy color. So pay attention to this color. It's going to totally change. This is the color we did the other night that had the multi shades of color to it. It went ambery and then it had that bluish purple. Yeah, we could do red and black at some point. Not for audience participation unless we get a clean vote on it, but it just keeps reminding me I need to make the Red Bull with wings. I seriously want to do that project. Too much on my list. But a Red Bull with wings would be cool as hell. Yeah, we made the leaf from it. Exactly, Keela. Okay, let me grab, I'll just use this white temporarily. Once it gets to a certain point, it's pretty hot. You don't want to get your fingers too near it. Okay, looks like TikTok and YouTube are both saying red, white, and blue. So we'll do a vote after this one. We'll see if we can do red, white, and blue. We'll do a vote. We'll vote on it. Okay, we're going to bring it through. I might as well use the whole thing up. Use it all. I don't want to have just a little tidbit of it. There we go. I need a shorter punty rod. Okay, so next step, we're going to add the dark green to the other side. Now the white in between is going to let the amber purple and that green show up really well. And that's the main thing. I want the two colors to look really good. No, we're not blowing at all. 0. These are marbles. Although you can do a marble out of blown glass. There is a way to do it. Christy! Thank you for the shout outs. Oh, I'm trying to nail it. There we go. Thank you, Christy. Jenny and the Jets, thank you for the pumpkins. All right, so now we're adding the green. So this is a very dark, sparkly green. This one's called moss, or I think they call it mighty moss or something now. I don't know, I just call it moss. But anyways, it's a dark green that has a really nice sparkle to it. Kind of like little diamonds floating in it, which I think is kind of cool for a color. And just a tiny bit more. And there we go. So I'm going to show you what my glasses do. Here we go. Thank you. Thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. All right, so this is what my glasses act like. This is the filter, the basic filter for it. So if I hold it through, you can kind of see into the flame now versus when I take it away. It has that really bright color to it. Bring it back in and it filters out a lot of that super bright yellow. Now mine have one extra shade, welding glass shade number 3 on top of it too. But this is the filter that I use. Kind of cool, right? Let's get this out of the way. So now we got to bring this down. We're going to do that UFO shape, but we're going to change the design up by a lot. Kilo, the marbles, I think they ordered 20 of them, so they turned out to be like $22.50 each for 20. But independently, they're about $35 for one off. The only thing that changes it is if you are asking for super expensive colors, like lots of uranium, then the price definitely goes up. Because it's uranium. Okay, so we got to have that eyeball look. See that? You can kind of see there's a little rim around there. There's the white, and we got the dark. So next step is we're going to separate this and flatten the other side out a little. So this one is going to be what people call a wigwag, W-I-G-W-A-G, wigwag. Now it's going to be a loose wigwag. It's not going to be super tight, but it's going to be loose. The girl with good hair, how are you? Glow up with good hair. You changed your name. Awesome. Glow up with good hair. That's amazing. How are you? All right, so we got to get rid of this little dimple at the end. Yeah, we're definitely doing some lamp working. So we just got to pull this off. There. Thank you for the shout outs. Thank you. Glow up with good hair. Y'all should give her a follow. Okay, next step. We're going to flatten it out in here. Now I'm going to try and get this a little flatter than the last one so that we can do that really funky design. Betty, we are making marbles audience participation tonight. Christy, thank you for the shout out. Big shout out for Christy. Hello, Tess. Solar system would be very cool. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to bring this in and we're going to flatten. Squishy. So now we have everything like that. The white is in the middle. Hopefully you can see that. You know what that looks like? Doesn't that kind of look like Captain America's shield right now? I know the colors aren't the same, but I think it looks like Captain America's shield a little bit. Kind of has that vibe to it. Lost my marbles? Yeah, me too. Yeah, it had a little bit of that vibe to it, right? Mushroom Cat? Yeah. I think it had more of the Captain America thing for me. Okay, so we're going to attach it to the side now. So we're going to park it right there. A little squishy. Good squeak! Thank you for the October. We got to wait for it to cool off. Black hole. I've done black hole marble. You want to see one? I can show you black hole. While we're heating this up. Unless I put it someplace I shouldn't have. So the black hole marbles are commonly referred to as vortex. So you got the deep, deep, dark vortex in there. So they look like they're transforming forever down there, but when you look at it from the side, they're very small. Small, small. And that is a vortex marble. Okay, you got it. Groves, you're going to get it. I can walk you through it. I can sit with you for a while on your live stream and see where you're going with it. All right, so we're going to attach here. Squishy. Okay, now we're going to have to take this and really pull it really long. If you want to see a vortex marble, mister, you're going to have to watch Groves, and maybe I'll walk her through it, and you can watch it on her live stream. Because I want to give her some visibility there. How's Betty Warren tonight? You doing good? Man, I gotta tell you, so I'm gonna be super honest. I did not want to come on live stream tonight. I was kind of in the crapper. But y'all have made my night a lot better. Thank you to everybody on live stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have brought my spirits up. So thank you. I really, really, really mean that. I appreciate all of you for being here. was kind of in the crapper. So thank you. All right, we're going to bring this and we're going to start elongating it. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, whoa, look at that shape. Wouldn't that be a cool pendant? But the other side this way. Yeah. That actually looked kind of cool. Can I ask what type of torch you got? Yeah, of course you can ask. If you have questions on equipment, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you, Christy. The torch is called the Glass Torch Technologies, or GTT for short. They are handmade out of Pennsylvania by two brothers that own the patent on it, although I think it is running out soon. But they are handmade. They are not mass produced, and they are the best torch in the world. Now, I'm a little prejudiced towards it because I think they're amazing. Now, if I was going to do nothing but like wine goblets or blown ornaments, I would have a different torch than this one, because this is a very aggressive torch for that. Okay, I'm going to separate this just for a second so you can see what I did, because we're going to form it back to a marble here very quickly. So, can you see how I elongate it? We got the color there, the white in the middle, and then we got the amber purple sitting there. Hello, Karen. How are you? Okay, you guys see that okay? Now we're going to push it back into a marble with wigwags, back and forth. Now I'm not going to do super tight wigwags. I'm not going to make it incredibly ornate, but we're going to make it cool. So we're going to start out here, and we're going to start pushing it back together. And here we go. So first things first, we're going to heat up one section and push it together and give it a twist. I hope you guys can see that. I can't get it much closer to the area there. So we pushed it together in one direction. Now the next spot is we're going to heat it up right above it, and we're going to twist it in the opposite direction. Like that. And then we're going to let it cool. Okay. So now we got one direction, the opposite. Now we're going to walk that all the way down doing that. The purpose of stretching it is so I can get the lines really tight like this. That was the purpose. I wouldn't be able to get the lines really tight and, you know, push it back together if it was a big circle. So now we push it back that way. We're just going to keep doing that. We're going to walk it all the way down. It's going to create that, I call it a tie-dye look, but other people call it wigwag. I think it looks very much like tie-dye. Now I'm not spending a tremendous amount of time on it, or we could get the lines a lot tighter. But I like the looser version. I don't think it has to look like, you know, it was drawn with a pencil. I really like that tie-dye look. So I'm going to bring it back out. What's up? How's everybody doing? Welcome in. Welcome. Can you guys see the colors going back and forth now? So we're just going to walk that all the way down for the rest of it. And then we'll start forming a marble. As I start compressing it to a marble, it will naturally get a little bit tighter too. So as it compresses, those lines will bunch up a little tighter. We're just going to bring it back again. And I think I'm just going to spin it off here. I think we're good. Create a nice little termination there. Now we have all those colors bouncing around. So that's why I elongated it, so I could push it back together and get the back and forth thing going. Yeah, I'm very visual with my hands. We're pretty close to being done on this one. We're not too far off. All right, dubstep, have a good night, okay? Yeah, this one's a fun one. Should look really amazing when it's all done. Looks like a cocoon. Yeah, actually. Quag. I don't know what a quag is. So we got about another 5 minutes or less on here. It's not long from here. We did all the hard part. Now it's just getting it round and smooth. Hard part's all done. Rest of it's easy. And a tiny bit more. You try and get it to that hot air balloon look, and that's kind of where you start using the mold. So I was mentioning last night, if you've ever wanted to try and feel what it feels like to hold glass like this and melt it, take a chopstick or something similar and put molasses or something with that same consistency and spin it. That's exactly what this feels like. So back in the day before glass was super available, molasses on a chopstick was one of the training methods. They wouldn't even let you touch the glass until you could spin it, because glass was super expensive back then. Fun fact, I know a lot of people have a huge problem with the pipe industry, but the reality is without the pipe industry, I wouldn't have any of these colors. They would not exist. Nor would a lot of the tubing that we have. It funded an entire industry. So I don't make any of it really, but that's why I always say I don't have a problem with it. Struggling on making a bend shot glass. I have no idea what a bend shot glass is. Yeah, well, I'm just referring to the pipe talk. You know, we have kids in here. I just don't want people, going ballistic on the talk with it. That's all. I don't have a problem with the industry, like I said, because without it, these colors would not exist. They would not exist. It literally funded 5 or 6 businesses. No, I'm not out of New York. I am in Washington. I'm on the hunt for Bigfoot. Christy, thank you for the Night Star. That thing is always amazing. I love that Night Star. because I'm a space nerd, and it looks like space to me. Thank you. Yeah, the snowman is one of my more popular Christmas ornaments. All right, we're terminating this one here. Meaning I'm terminating the end of it for the color. I'm not throwing it away. I should be more clear on my phrases here. All right, so now we got that little dimple. You can definitely see the colors pouncing through there. Betty, thanks for the heart me. I did make the chandelier behind me, but that was done with the big furnace. Totally different process. I don't have that equipment anymore. But that one I did, and then the one that's in my house is about 3 times bigger. Same form factor. But yeah, the one that's hanging in my house is a lot bigger. The problem with that one is I couldn't hang it for a long time because I had nowhere that would support it on the ceiling. I didn't want it to come crashing down. So I was worried that if I hung it by too thin of a rafter, it would come crashing down. And then we had a big storm and had part of our roof replaced. While he was here, the contractor went in and reinforced a spot right above this skylight. Sorry, I was focusing on this. So he reinforced the spot on the skylight, and we were able to hang it. Then I had to pay someone to come wire the electrical. That sucked. Okay, I think we're pretty close to done. So we're going to let it cool off. I'm going to let you see some of the colors. I am north of Seattle. About 40 miles north of Seattle. I'm smack dab in between Seattle and Canada. So we're just going to bring this out. You can see all the colors starting to pop. Now there will be more colors coming in effect because of the amber purple, but we're going to bring it out. There. Looks like a planet, right? Maybe I can do it this way. Doesn't it look like Jupiter's kind of? No light, 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 no light, no light, no light. Kind of Jupiter-ish, right? Okay, and then we got to do one last transfer and get it off the stick. Everybody always asks, how do you get it off the stick? And you're about to see. Yeah, it looks like a gas giant. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out how to do a damn ring. I really am. I think doing Saturn would look amazing. But the first attempt I did at Saturn, it came out looking like a pacifier. So, no thank you. Yeah, it looked like a pacifier. I was like, I actually took that one and fired it with a slingshot. It was like, had some fun with it. Okay, let's burn this off. Keep that little termination looking good. No, don't you do that. Jeez. There we go. Yeah, YouTube is a little behind. It's a little bit. Can you overheat the glass? No. Well, I take that back. There is a couple colors that you can. There's an orange. I'll show you what the orange does. Orange can definitely overheat. I don't like it for that reason. I mean, I like working with it, but not as often. Thank you. Thank you, Mitchell. Okay, last little bit here. And it's smooth, so it's all good to go. So how do you get it off the stick? Well, I can't get it off the stick without Dragonfly Creations' amazing tool. So for those of you that see Dragonfly Creation in here, my moderator, one of them, this is a tool she makes. It allows me to separate the marble from the stick and not distort it, and able to hold it. The one that's behind me, I think I weighed it at 92 pounds, somewhere 92, 93. It's not that heavy. The one in my home is 390. So you just tap that and off it comes. So you can see a little spiral happening right there, that little curly Q. And there we go. And there's the other side. Yeah, this one's fun. So let me separate the birthday cake real quick, and then we're going to do audience participation on the next one. So you guys are going to have a tough choice on the next one, okay? It's going to be a tough one to decide on. But let me separate this birthday cake real quick. Absolutely, Pops. All right, there's the birthday cake that we did. So this is subscriber birthday cake, or will be member birthday cake on YouTube. I'm going to grip it here and hopefully it just snaps right off. Nope, it's not going to do it. And there we go. Okay, that one is good to go. Will I ever sell the birthday cakes? No. The birthday cakes are not for sale. I got to keep some things exclusive for people that are willing to do memberships and subscriptions. Betty, that is Daddy Rhodes. Okay, so next choice of marbles. We can do red, white, and blue, audience participation, or we can do this version, the spiderweb version. I'm going to try and bring this in with the marble tool. This one's hard to see at the moment. You're going to have to send me there. So this is the spiderweb version. You can see all those little lines running through it. So like that. So it's got a trippy spider version. So red, white, and blue, or that. I'll let you guys decide. All right, we're going through it. Spider, spider, spider. Red, white, blue, web, 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 red, white, blue, web, web, web. Just looking at both sides here. That's pretty close. TikTok has got web, spider web going. Still voting red, white, and blue. Spider, spider. Red, white, blue. Web, mix them. Yeah, can't mix them. This has to be done a certain way. Okay, so TikTok had a lot of interaction audience-wise, so they definitely won the challenge. We're going to do spiderweb, and then after we do spiderweb, we'll do red, white, and blue. So we'll do both, but first version is going to be this. That'll be version number 1. Then we'll do red, white, blue afterwards. We'll compromise. Gonna make sure that is cleared out. So for the red, white, and blue, or for the spider web, we need silver. So we got to have absolute pure silver. Crap. I'm going to drop that in there. So I take silver like this. This is a Canadian maple leaf coin, pure silver. And we break it down into little chunks like that. And we use pure silver with it. See ya, dubstep. Have a good night, okay? So we're going to do that first. We're going to grip it and put the silver on, park it in the kiln, let it soak. I'm hoping I got a shorter rod here to use that with. Not shorter, but it'll work. What's up, Joshua? How are you? Okay, so we got to grip that silver first. So that spiderweb marble is made with tubing. So you actually are going to see a marble made with tubing. If you didn't know that was possible, you're going to see it now. So we're going to make it completely out of tubing. Not completely, but the big portion of it. So we're going to grip it in, put that little dot on there. Come on, stick up. Okay. So little tiny nugget of silver stuck on this rod, okay? We're going to leave that in the kiln so it stays a little warm. Otherwise, they tend to fall off. Get my fingers all warmed up because this thing is going to be, it's always a challenge. And here we go. There we go. Bingo. Might throw a little uranium in it. We'll see. Might do a little uranium version of it too. Oh yeah, that's that is Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah, this has been my full-time job for 31 years. Yeah, 31 years of doing this. No, we're doing a funky cool marble. Now, some people call it a spider web, some people call it energy, other people call it a dandelion. It's kind of whatever you see in it. Thank you for the jewels. Thank you. All that stuff helps a lot. Thank you for the jewels. Zero, I haven't had a final price on it, but I can tell you it will be above 60. 60 or above. It is a lot of time, and it is one of the most expensive glass colors I have, that particular white. I tried it with a different white, and it didn't turn out. It did not look good. So unfortunately, the white I have to use is $150 a pound. So they are not going to be super cheap, but It is what it is. Okay, so we're going to open this up just a little bit, like that. So now we have an open hole here. Do I make knives? I don't really make knives. I mean, this is as close as I get to a knife, like that. That's as close as I get to a knife. Little blade. I can make them a little smaller, but are you serious right now? That's funny. We are making a cool ass marble. So this is a marble that's going to be done off of tubing. No, my glass is not the same as neon tubing. Not even close. It's totally different. Neon tubing is made with soda lime, and this is borosilicate. Okay, I do have a website. Yep. You should be able to find it in my bio. Somewhere under my name, you should see a thing that has my website. If you can't find it, it is starrynightglass.com. Like the Van Gogh painting. Okay, so in order to do that particular piece, we have to create a cage. This particular style of glass blowing is called knitting. Like, it is literally like knitting, crocheting, knitting. And we're going to build that. So that's how we started off. And you ready? Here we go. So we're just building up layer after layer here. See, I'm not so happy with it. It's too tight. I got to restart it. There's not enough of a gap in there. The layers are too tight. I got to restart it. It wasn't going to work out that way. Let me restart it. This is the part of glass that my mom was a perfectionist at. She was one of the best at the world at doing this particular style. I'm not. Let's try that again. What I meant by the layers too tight, there wasn't a big enough gap in between each knot, if you will. You know what I mean? So in between each loop, it was too close to each other. There we go. That's better. It has to be done a certain way for this effect to take place. And it drives me a little insane because it's so imperfect that it makes my kind of OCD go a little bananas. But this is the only way to achieve this effect. Okay, there we go. So that is what I was talking. See how loose it is? Now you can see definitely gaps in between all that right there. I'm going to warm it up just a little bit. We're going to grab that silver. So again, on the end of this is a little bit of silver, little tiny chunk nugget right there, chunky nugget. Okay, last time you're going to see this in a clear form, okay? So the process that I'm going to do now is it is vaporizing the silver to a gas, and that silver is going to use the flame as a conduit and fly onto the tube that I just did up there and coat it with pure silver. So it's essentially silver plating the glass. Like that. So now we just silver plated that entire piece. It's pretty fast. So now it is coated. We're going to put the silver back in the kiln so it stays warm. Now we're going to create the spiderweb effect. Ready? Here we go. This is the hard part right here. So I have to collapse this back down. Has to be done a very specific way. But the hard part is there's very little holding it together. There's just little tiny lines in there. And they want to fall off. This whole thing wants to fall down. So I got to keep it spinning and not stop at all until we get to a certain point. And right here, it is almost uncontrollable. It really wants to fall. But we're not going to let it. We're just going to keep going. Spin, spin, spin. There we go. And when you see the reveal of what it looks like, you're going to go, wow. If you don't go, wow, I'm going to give up. Because even I go, wow, to this day. Let me get it solidified in here. Now, the cool part is you're going to see the reveal. It's going to happen. You're not going to see much. And then it's going to start popping out. It's just going to magically appear. All right, we're good. Transfer hands. Bring it over here. All right, keep your eye on that top. Keep your eye on it. Keep going, keep going. Here it comes. It's starting to evolve. And there you go. And now it just created that little spider web in there. All those little tentacles and fingers running through there. So that is how you do that. I don't know what song this is, but I kind of like this beat. It's sounding good. Do they take long to make? No, not too long. I'll be done. This one won't. That was the longest part. That was the, you know what? I don't like that rod. That's better. We're doing a marble, so this is going to have like little spiderweb tentacles running through it. Now, I showed the raw version of it, but we're going to put a color backing on this, and it's going to make it look amazing when it's done. I don't know what the hell. Ah, that's garbage. Sorry. Even though the companies, they sort through their glass pretty good, sometimes you get some crap. I'm going to throw those rods away. Okay, so I hope you're ready for fun part number 2. How do you get the solid part off of the tube? And that is the key. How do you get the solid part off of the tube? I do have a store, but these marbles are all pre-sold right now. Everything I'm doing has been already pre-sold. Okay, so we're going to heat this tube up. Okay, if you're a glass blower and you do this, this part never, ever, ever, ever gets boring. This never gets boring. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Now we got that. Now that's not very functional. In fact, it's pretty useless. But that's hella fun. That is a fun-ass time with that. That is kind of how you make a wine glass. It's very similar. Or champagne glass. Yeah, exactly, champagne glass. A wine glass is actually a bubble cut off. So if you took a Christmas ornament and you cut the top right off, you'd have a wine glass. Oh, you wouldn't be able to inhale that. You would not be able to do it. I do make custom orders, yes. As long as it is in my wheelhouse. So right now I'm shrinking that down. I'm trying to get rid of this little gap here. So we've got a tiny little gap in the middle. I need to get rid of it. I'm going to try and park a tiny little air bubble right dead center too. See if I can get it in there. Yeah, I think I got a tiny little air bubble right in the middle. It'll look cool when it's all done. Okay, so we're going to bring it out. Watch the item take its shape. See all the little finger tentacles going in there? Okay, next step. So in order to get those tentacles looking a lot bigger, we're going to add a magnification lens on it. So just like a magnifying glass, we're going to add a bunch of clear to it and magnify it. And there we go. And here we go. We're going to add it on right now. Then we're going to back this marble with a very dark color, and it's going to make that thing pop out really good. I seem wise. It's an illusion. All right, let's get this thing going. I'll let you all decide. Should we back it with blue or black? Blue or black? I'll let you all vote while I'm doing this. Blue or black for the back end? Blue, 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 black, blue, blue, blue. Ooh, blue is like dominating. All right, that's not even close. Yeah, blue is off the charts. We'll do blue. Now see, for me personally, I would have done black. So it's good to have audience in here. So y'all got the pick. You overrode me. So we have to separate it here, and we'll put all the blue back there. And right now, it's starting to look like a little sea urchin, sea creature in here. I'm hoping you can kind of see it in there. See the little sea creature in there? Maybe I can get it this direction. Just a little bit. Now, when you look at it through the top, it's going to look amazing. All right, let's grab some blue and pop it on. Here we go. That torch is bright. It's a little bit, not as bright as they can be. There are a couple of manufacturers that make a brighter version. Okay, so we're gonna put a little nubby on the bottom, and then I gotta coat it around the side. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, definitely get some sleep. I'll be here all the time. Yeah, definitely hit the subscribe and notifications if you want to see more live stream. I'll be streaming daily on here. So we're coming through. There we are. Look at my bio. There should be a link in my biography. Just click on my picture. Okay, one more layer around here now. Lots and lots of blue. Okay, and we're going to back it on the very bottom. And right now it looks like a sloppy mess. Yeah, we definitely do hummingbird feeders. I don't know you, so I don't add mods to people I don't know. But if you stick around long enough, maybe. Maybe someday. How did I get into the profession? I got into it because of my mother. She started when I was 2 years old. So I was lucky enough to have grown up with it. A mod is a moderator. Mike, we're pretty full on the TikTok mods. But thank you for asking. I'll keep you in mind. You hand feed hummingbirds? Yeah, I made some glass hand feeders They were kind of cool. Sassy Christy, thank you. Yes. 50K. Awesome. All right, so we got to bring this in. We're going to start smoothing it out. I don't know. We're going to go right here. Yeah, it's looking kind of cool. Y'all ready? Colleen Glass, have a good night. Thank you for hanging out, Colleen. I appreciate it. All right, you're all ready to see? Wait for it. Wait for it. If I might have to get the flashlight out. I don't know. But wait for it. You'll start to see the pattern come in. I'm definitely going to have to bust out the flashlight, damn it. No, maybe not. Yeah, my mom is alive, yes. She lives with me now. She had 6 strokes. So I take care of her due to the fact that she had 6. And that's right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strokes. Now look. Can you guys see that? Tell me that doesn't look cool as hell. Now that is from that tubing, that little birdie cage we made. All that from tubing. Oh, thank you, Desiree. Yeah, she's doing good. She is definitely a badass. My mom is a badass. So I've told this story 100 times, but I'm going to say it again. So when my mom decided to get started in glassblowing, she saw the glassblower at Disneyland, and went and asked him, how do I get started to become a glassblower? She said, I want to do what you do. And he told her that you're a woman, you can't. And that was like, 1972. Things were a little different back then, right? But that's the wrong thing to tell my mother, because she was like, okay, hold my margarita. And she learned on her own anyway. So that's why I appreciate her. And you'll notice that I help a lot of females in this industry because of the way she was treated. I feel like I have a responsibility to help out people that have a little bit of a, I don't want to say disadvantage, but they are not treated the same. Even today, thank you, Red Squeak. Even today, women in this industry are not treated the same. And it pisses me off. So a lot of creepy people making sexual innuendos, when someone says, can you show me something? They make these creepy advances, and I don't like it. I'm trying to change that culture. There are a lot of other glassblowers changing that culture too, but that old guard still exists. L to the B, how are you? See that glass go flying? So yeah, I'm a little bit, I like helping the females get past that barrier. Because I'll be honest, they have a lot more skill. Every time I've done a class with someone, male, female, I don't know what it is, but the guy's just like crazy and the females are paying attention, and then they go in and do it right. So I'm just spitting facts on it. It's the way it is. Yeah, the attention to detail is really fun. But, I have a lot of, I don't like people being put down for those type of things. All right, so we're coming through and we're getting this round now. Here we go. Little spinny spin there. Yeah, my mom's work was fantastic. Or is, I should say. Still exists. Yeah, I'll show you a piece of my mom's work after this. I can bring it out. She definitely has some cool ass work. Okay, we're going to attach a little punty rod here. And we're going to switch directions. Thank you, Red Squeak. I think that was a good call on the blue, y'all. Y'all did good. Dragonfly. All right, here we go. So we're going to separate this section. I don't know why this looks like an upside down octopus to me for some reason now. Kind of has that sea creature octopus vibe. Pull that little bit off right there. Okay. Bring it out. And we're going to smooth it out. Ooh, that is spinning fast. Look how smooth that spins in there. That's how you know it's round. It's just jumping around. I appreciate it. Is this the therapy for me? This is therapy for me. Being on camera is therapy, to be honest. What's that from Utah? How are you? Okay, I gotta let it settle. All right, we're gonna bring it out, bring it as close to the camera as we can without melting my phone or the webcam. All right, here we go. We're going light show. Ready? Now, this is how it looks normally. Because it's hot, it's not showing right now. There. Now we got that really cool integrated spiderweb sea urchin look to it. There. So that's off of tubing. Then everybody always wants to know, how do you get it off the stick? Well, I take Dragonfly Creations amazing tool, which if you want one, get one from Dragonfly Creation. Definitely recommend it. It's one of my favorite tools on the planet. We grip it in here. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Daisy Girl. Make sure it's all good, and then we just tap, and then off it comes. Then there's a tiny, tiny little dot where it was stuck, and we smooth that out, and then we have it all done. There. Now you can kind of see a little bit better version. I'll try and bring it as close as I can. There. Yeah, it is super durable. Good luck breaking that thing. It will not break. So this is one of those gifts that you say, I don't know what to get someone and they break everything. This is what you get them. A marble. They will not break it. Then you put it on a little silver band down here. It looks amazing. So this is the uranium glass, by the way. So when we do marbles with uranium, good night, Christy. Thank you so much for your support always. Christy, you're awesome. And look at that. So that is uranium glass right there. It lights up super nice under a black light. This is the glow in the dark, the little ghosty, but yeah, that is uranium. And that's why I love uranium. Then we got it on the hat of the snowman. Wow. Does a snowman look green to you? Hold on a second. Does a snowman look green? Like that? Oh my God, it looks green. That was not a consequence. That is not something I expected. Oh my God, it looks green. That's freaking cool. That's the first time I saw that. You collect uranium glass? We do a lot of uranium. Yeah, it looked very green, right? You've broken marbles. So the marbles you've broken were probably made out of what's called a slag glass. It's a different form of glass. The glass I use is called borosilicate, and common brand of borosilicate is Pyrex. How am I so close to the torch? What do you mean? Joker, what do you mean I'm so close to the torch? Shoot them out of a slingshot? I have. I've shot my marbles out of a slingshot for sure. Your sister blows glass too? Oh, awesome. Yeah. Yo, I wanted to show you what one of my mom's stuff is. So this is mom's work. She specialized in custom clowns. This is the fireman clown. So she did all the clowns and themes like Keystone Cop Clown, Fireman Clown, Doctor Clown, Bingo Clown, Rodeo Clown, Circus Clown, of course. All kinds of, any profession you could think of, she made into a clown. So that was her version. The only thing that's not glass is the little hose here. So that is not glass. And we're going to do a little education for the moment. So this is technically called lamp working. I'm going to bring this down for I'm going to give myself a rest for 1 second. This is technically called lamp working, this form of glass blowing. And it is derived from these right here. These are kerosene lamps that were modified back in the day. They used to have a little hose coming up, kerosene. So they modified it with these and used to have to pump them up with air pressure like this and then turn the valves and get gas coming out. So the term lamp working comes from this. It looks like a Chihuly. Well, technically a Chihuly looks like a Venetian. So a lot of people think Chihuly designed and created that style. And that style is actually much older than Chihuly ever did. Comes from Venetian, or the island of Murano in Italy, was the original version of that. Okay, so I promised to do red, white, and blue. Let's do red, white, and blue. I'm going to put this off to the side for the moment. What do you call BS on? What are you calling BS on? Let's see if your knowledge equals mine. Can I shine a black light on the uranium hat? Yes. 1 second. There. There's that. See how it turned the snowman green though? That's insane. I love that little look to it. I have 7 fire extinguishers. Yeah, fire extinguishers. And then the other thing that a lot of people don't talk about that you should have in your studio is whatchamacallit, carbon monoxide detector. That's what you need. Definitely have to have carbon monoxide detector. If you don't, it could definitely, if you end up having a problem, you wouldn't know it. Yeah, flashback arresters are super important too. You have a flashlight in your studio. I don't even know what the hell that means. Anyway, what does the carbon monoxide do? Well, if you breathe it, you die. If you breathe too much of it, you just die. We're making the red, white, and blue marble. It makes you feel, yeah, I don't think so. Okay, there we go. Let's do some white. Then we're going to do the blue and red. It is the silent killer, correct? I have 2 of them. I always like things in redundancy. So I have one that's close to my bench, and then I have one a little bit further away, just in case. You know, one of them, let's say one of them goes bad, I want to be able to have a backup nearby. The red, white, and blue will not be for sale. We can make you one, but all the marbles I'm making right now are pre-sold. They are absolutely pre-sold. I have a customer who is still watching. Thank you very much, by the way. They wanted to have a bunch of marbles made, and they let it audience participation, so people got to pick the colors, and that's what we're doing right now. We're doing red, white, and blue, which was a lot of people's choice. So we're doing that first. So we're going to sandwich the red and the blue in between the white. Or the white in between the red and blue. There, that's better. It's very cool of me to share it. No, I love sharing because my studio is very empty. There's nobody here. That's why I keep hoping Bigfoot walks in. There's literally no one around. The closest thing I have to an audience is a squirrel that comes around every once in a while. Chippy. Chippy comes around every once in a while. And so I like live streaming so I get the interaction with people. Here we go. Yeah, the squirrel's kind of cool. His name is Chippy. He comes in, especially during winter. He'll come in and just stand up and watch. I think he just likes the warmth of the studio. It's still cold out, but warmer than outside. Oh my God, thank you for the jewels. Thank you. That is so kind of you. This is 31 years. I've been at this 31 years full time. What's up, Danielle from Costa Rica? How are you doing? I love your country. I had a good time there. I went all over Costa Rica too. Okay, so we got a lot of white on here. I put too much white on here, crap. That's okay, it's going to be a big marble. How can you get a honey collector? I don't do honey collectors. Ever put my cat? No, I don't put my camera over the lens because then I would be a purple Oompa Loompa. See, everything would be purple. I'd be a purple Oompa Loompa. But there is what the glasses do. See how you can filter out a lot of that bright sodium light? Oh, I've been there, Danielle. I love it there. Bosnia, not been there. Okay, so we got a lot of white. We're going to put blue on one side, and then we're going to do red on the other. Yeah, it doesn't help that much, but it just shows a little. But I'm not really on here to train glass blowers. I'm just kind of on here to have fun with people and let them see all the colors. That's all. This isn't a glass blowing training session. Are my models expensive? No, I don't think they're expensive. Like this person got a bunch of them. They authorized up to 20 marbles, so they were $22.50 each. And that's who I'm making it for right now. They are watching on live stream. They just don't want to be called out. So we're adding the blue right now. This is actually going to be a bigger marble. Bro's got infinite gas. No, my dog Luna, or not Luna, Fritz has infinite gas. Luna had infinite gas too. No, Fritz was out here. Holy crap, that boy has more gas for a dog than anything I've ever seen. He can fart forever. I'm serious, that dog can fart forever. Change food? Yeah, we just did again. We get Fresh Pet, but whatever they sent him this last time isn't working. Whatever Fresh Pet sent this time is not working. Usually he hasn't had that bad of a choice with it, but lately it's been bad. Unless it was a bad batch of food, I don't know. You're in a rescue? Oh, thank you. If you're in a rescue, I really appreciate you. You're in Russia. Well, welcome in. Good to have you. I would love to visit Russia someday. I really would. You have some beautiful artwork there. I think they replicated the Amber Room. I always was intrigued by that. The Amber Room just kind of sounds so freaking cool. Okay, so we got this. We're going to pull a little bit off here. Okay, snappy. Okay. All right, so we got to use the red. Now, the red is one of my trickier colors. This is going to go completely transparent. Oh, was my hairstyle invented by a dog fart? Nope, United States Marine Corps. What's up, Winnipeg? How are you? Orphanage. Dog rescue? Well, that's awesome. I think anybody helping at a dog rescue is amazing. Okay, let's add the red. So again, this red is going to go completely transparent. Don't have to thank me. Thank the people that are currently serving. But thank you for the comment. But I always say thank the person that are active, not me. My time is done. There we go. So we're adding red right now. Now this is a lighter version of red. The color is technically called pomegranate. And the reason I have to use the lightest version of it is because once it gets thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker, it can look very black. It won't even look like red if you're not careful. So you use a very light version and hope that it doesn't turn into that dark, dark, dark version. But that's why I like popping it on top of white too, because it does bring it out a little bit. There we go. So now we got a little Weeble Wobble, little toy. If you know what a Weeble Wobble is, then we could be friends. What's the biggest piece I've done? Blown glass is a chandelier that's like 3 times bigger than the one behind me that's hanging in my house. And then I have a 4-foot solid sword that I did. Actually, it's 49 inches. So it's a hair over 4 feet. These are the meta glasses with custom lenses. Yes, I love these. You're 76 on November 5th? Well, welcome in. Happy to hear that. I'm wishing you a whole bunch of more. Like 76, let's go to 100. All right, so we're going to flatten this. We're going to get that UFO shape. I want to try and create so this one I want to try and create a kind of like a flag flying in the air. Look. Yeah, I do have some videos of stuff that's in my house. The chandelier is like one of the only pieces in my house. I don't have a whole lot of glass in my house. You ever notice how like a mechanic's car is like the one that runs the worst? Same thing. I don't have a lot of glass in my house. Yeah, or painter's house is always dilapidated looking. Same reason. Yeah, we can definitely, I can show you some of the pieces. Let me finish this punty and pull this blue off, and I'll show you the small dagger. I have a few things handy to show. People get tired of seeing the dagger. But I have to remember not everybody's always seen it. Okay, we're going to separate the blue. Remember how I was saying that red was going to disappear? That's the red, that real clear section. See? Yeah, gardener's full of weeds. Exactly. So you get it. So this is like one of my favorite pieces. This is a personal piece. I do have a lot of glass around the yard. So this is one of my favorite. This is not for sale. I like having it. I'm going to rehang it on the wall, but there's the matte side, there's the shiny side, and there's little blade. So that's one of the few pieces I do have. Now the sword that I have is like much, much bigger than that. It's not as detailed though. It's just big. Just really, really big. After I finish this marble, if you want to see the sword, I'll ask and we'll see how many people want to see it. I'll bring it out. It's hard to get to, but if you're still around in the next 7 to 8 minutes, we'll bring it out. All right, we got to flatten this. Squish. Okay, and don't forget tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on this channel, we will be giving away an ornament that we did yesterday. So tomorrow, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we are doing a giveaway. So make sure you check in tomorrow. Can't pull away? Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay, there we are. We're going to attach it there. Thank you. And then we just, this is how you separate it. It's a little crude. Wow. Got a little jagged edge there, but that's okay. We'll get rid of it. Yeah, tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're giving away an ornament. If I have enough people on, if we have more than 500 people, I'll do two items. We'll see how many people we have on. We'll do a bonus item if we have more than 5. If we get more than 500 people in the room, we can do that. There we go. All right, so next step, we want to kind of get a wavy flag look. So I'm going to pull this a little bit, then we're going to kind of, yeah, do that. I got you, Red Squeak. I hope so. Come on. I'm not co-hosting anybody, bud. Stop asking. All right, let's pull this down. So we're not going to stretch it too far. We're just going to bring it out and pull it down. Really slow. Kind of form like a dragon's eye. See how it looks a little bit like a dragon eye happening? And then we're going to come in and we're going to kind of give it a wavy flag look. Yeah, this is just red, white, and blue. So we're going to take the middle. We're going to be a little bit aggressive with it. Give it a twist like that. We got a little bit aggressive with it. Forced it. Normally I'm a lot more gentle with that, but this one needs to be done a different way. Then we're going to grip it. We're going to go the opposite direction here. Folding it. And I got to do the same thing on this side. There. Okay, so we kind of got a rough pattern to it. It should start to look like a flag waving a little bit. At least as close as I could get to it with a marble. Yep. And there we are. So now you can kind of see the patterns, very loose. It's not super structured. Created a creator profile, not had intentions, but not had any early time to try what I want. Don't even know what that is. That's okay. Okay, so now we're just going to round it out. There we go. Smooth things out. into the smaller mold, give that a little bit of a push. So now we're starting to get a little bit of a tiny spiral, but not too much. It's got enough that it gives it some character. Bring this out here. I gotta get rid of this. Missed. Like that. Boom. We're just doing marble right now. Marbles tonight. Marble madness. I try and change it up all the time. What's up, Wood Tiger? Yeah, I like to change things up and try and not do the same thing over and over. Although during Christmas, it's going to get a little... That's not going to be possible. Christmas, we're going nuts with Christmas ornament orders, so we will be slammed. But if you order anything from me and you want to see it made on your live stream, I'm happy to do that. So if you order a snowman head or something and you want to have it made on live stream, I'm more than happy to do that. Have I burnt my hand? No, not my hand. No, I don't do any Puffco tops. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't do them. Oogie Boogie. Is that the character off of Nightmare Before Christmas? I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, okay. It may be possible. All right, so we're going to round this out now. Let's get it all finished up. He's green, yeah. Well, I got lots of green. We could definitely do green. Green is not a problem. Okay, we're getting pretty close to being smoothed out here. So when you start getting to a point where you need to refine it, you always go to a smaller mold so it rides around the rim, the edge. Again, the red's not going to show just yet, but it is in there. That little clear section right there is the red. It takes a while for it to strike up. The mold is not pre-warmed, no. No need for that. Okay, now we just have to refine the other side, and this marble will be done. This actually looks good. This is kind of a cool red, white, and blue. There's an old marble that's red, white, and blue. I don't remember the name of it. And I used to have one as a kid, and this looks very similar. I just joined a marble collectors group from old marbles. Yes, I can make a sword. And I'm kind of tripping out at some of the old marbles that I used to have. But I'm also looking at it going, like, some of these marbles are selling for thousands of dollars. And I'm like, someone's going to see that and replicate it out of glass and create fakes. I don't know how you would tell the difference. All right, so I'm almost done with this marble. Type 1 in the chat if you want to see the sword. If you want me to grab the sword, type 1 in the chat. I will go grab it. If you don't, type 2. And I won't grab it. We'll see who wins. All right, lots of ones. Okay, we have enough ones on the table. Yeah, well, we have enough. I'll grab the sword. It's a pain in the butt to go grab, so I just want to make sure people want to see it first. All right, we are done with this guy. So this will be nice red, white, and blue when it's all done. You can kind of see the red at that end. It's not quite struck on the other side, but yeah, it looks good. What's up, Marcia? Thank you for the Go Populars. Thank you, Marcia. Gotta grab my dragonfly tongs. There we go. Dragonfly creation. I can't say enough. If you are a glassblower watching this and you do not have this, you are missing out. And then to get it off, pop. There, we got a nice little spiral happening, some funky cool colors, and it's all red, white, blue. Funky cool pattern. Colors aren't funky. Okay, let's grab a sword. Give me a second. Gonna have to stare at my butt for a minute. It is not easy to get out. So I have to sit way, way back here to put it in the picture. So there it is. I can't fit it otherwise. It has to sit way back here. But yeah, there. So there is the hilt. That's about the only thing I can show that's really up close because it doesn't fit in the camera. Everything is solid except for this little ball right here. This is hollow right here. This is hollow. Everything else is solid. So it is pretty heavy. Red Squeak has held this. If Red Squeak's still on, Red Squeak knows it. But yeah, that's it. That's why I said I want to hang it off the wall somewhere, but yeah. And we're going to put it back. That's why I always refer to this one as the baby sword. This is the baby sword comparatively. That's why I would call this the baby one. Dagger. How much would it be worth in colors? I have no idea. Way too more than I want to try. The baby one is manageable. Yeah, they're about one-time use too. You got one shot at it. No, I did not make that with the current torch. The dagger I did. That one, no. The big one, I did not. All right, let me split this tube real quick. Okay. I'm gonna bring it out. What kind of gas is that? Oxygen and propane. Snap. So I'll explain a little bit of what's going on with this part. So at the end of this is a little open tube. So when you have a bigger tube, you heat it up and you pull what's called a point. This is your point. When I'm pulling that, I'm creating the next blow tube for the next project. And you do that over and over and over on these. It's much better than trying to attach a separate tube to a large piece. I think it makes a world of difference in your time and actually the way things look. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to heat it up and pull it. Yeah, like I said, one shot. That's it. Thank you so much for thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being a member now. Appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Hello, Sadie. Thank you for the follow. All right, so we're going to stretch this. Again, this is called pulling a point. Just take it out. Pull very slow. If you pull too fast, you'll end up making a handle that's not usable. So you got to pull it slow. You can even let it. See how little this glass drips? It doesn't even really move that much. And there we go. And then we separate it. So again, that is called pulling a point, and you just keep manufacturing blow tubes off of it over and over and over and over, which is kind of cool. And I'm going to separate. I do have a new color I want to try tonight. I know I said I've been going to be making marbles, but I have this gray. I've never used this color before. I would like to try it and see what the hell it looks like. I've never, ever, ever used this color. So if you all are up for it, let me try and make something out of it real quick. East Coast, thank you for hanging with me. I appreciate it. So we're going to put something really cool next to this gray and see if we can get it looking good. Let's see if it looks good. So far, so good. It melts okay. I'm not having a big problem with it. Every color melts a little differently. So I'm kind of testing it out to see how it flows before I put it on a major project. Because there's nothing worse than starting a project with a color you don't know. And then you find out it's a bad color, like it cracks or it changes. So I'm going to do a quick test run on this thing. And we'll see what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll try 2 more lines. And there. Pull it down. I'm going to try and do a little candy cane with it. So we're just going to make a quick candy cane. I just want to see how this color reacts. It's a brand new color. I've never used it before. I want to make sure it's stable and suitable for projects. So it is kind of like a dark, dark gray color. Frit is a ground up glass like this. So it's like sea salt, just ground up glass. It's about the size of sea salt. What's up, DC? How are you? So right now I'm just testing out a color. I don't know what we're going to make it into a candy cane. It's going to be a white and gray candy cane. So it'll be a funky candy cane. We'll see what we got. But again, I've never used this color, so I want to test it, see if it's viable. They sent me like 5 pounds of it to try out. We'll see how it is. I'm not a big fan of gray, but I'm going to give it a shot. I guess in the right circumstances, it could look really good. And there we go. So we got all the colors running around. Yeah, that's the fun chandelier. The one in my house is like 3 times bigger. that's the one I really like. I designed it for tropical colors, so it's got like turquoise, green, a little bit of orangey blue, or an orange, and some blue, like cobalt blue. I really wanted it tropical. Hey, what's up, Rhoda? How are ya? Good to see you back. All right, so let's spin this up. And all I'm doing is bringing this color front and center. Get off. Like that. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. So now we got all those colors pulled dead center. That way when I go to make the candy cane, I don't have to fuss with it too much. In fact, how many people we got on? 323, 350. Yeah, so remember I said yesterday we got one item we'll give away? If this color holds up, we'll give this away tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll give this away if it holds up. If it doesn't, I'll replace it with something else. But if this lives, we'll do a giveaway. Here we go. So possibly 2 items tomorrow that you'll be seeing. Well, for sure 2. I said we'd do 500, but we have enough people. We'll make it work. We have 339 on TikTok and 303 in the YouTube, so we're good. All right, let's get this pulled down. Let's make a candy cane. I might do a little trick with this afterwards too, because I don't know if I really want gray and white. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. All right, so we got a nice spiral going. It's therapy. Yeah, it is for me too. I love having people. I love being on live. Do I do repairs at all? Not anymore. I have done too many repairs in the past where I've regretted it because the construction of the item was not good. And I ended up quoting too little and had to remake the entire piece because it fell apart. So there's a little secret in the glass industry a lot of people don't talk about. And that is, there are a lot of pieces out there that are glued together. They are literally glued together, like with an ultraviolet glue. And you don't know it till you heat it up in the kiln to preheat it. So I had a wedding cake top that I promised I would repair. I didn't want to do it, but I said I would do it. I put it in the kiln and the whole thing fell apart. I mean, just boom. The whole thing came apart. The whole thing was glued together. And I ended up having to remake that entire wedding cake top. Okay, I actually do like this color combo. This gray looks kind of cool. I'm not disappointed with it. I thought it was going to totally suck. But I'm not disappointed. All right, let's bring it in. Okay, there we go. Not too far. We're going to heat it out here. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, this is a cool color. I'm not disappointed with it. We're going to throw a little gold on it on the tip here. We're going to throw a little gold here and a little on the bottom. Just to see, I'm going to add a little color to it. Maybe we'll pop a little bit on it. So what I'm doing is I'm superheating gold and we're vaporizing it in the flame, and that should, well, hopefully it doesn't fly off. Yeah, it did. Faster. Maybe there's a little gold left here. If I got lucky, it stayed on. Did you find your way? Nope, it's somewhere in here. All right, let's get a little color here. We'll just pop it up here. There's a little residue. Ah, there you are. Let's grab it like here and add a little color. We're just adding a little pink hue to it right at the tip up here. Let's see if there's a little left on here. And not a whole lot left there. I got a little bit more gold here. We're going to try that. So what I'm trying to do is color it a little differently. Please don't pop. That's okay. We're going to vaporize it. We're still going to be okay. That's what I get for not preheating it. Grab that. Okay, there you are. So we're just trying to add a little bit of color to it. And I think I got it. I think I got enough on there. So what I did is I added a little bit of pink to that very tip up there. I just want to see how it handles that color change. We'll see if I can show it in the flashlight. There. Can you see the pink on there now? How about I bring it in front of the fire? Right there. Just a tiny bit. So I just want to see if it holds on there and what it looks like. Gonna grab that there, and this is the ultimate test. If it cracks, then it's a very sensitive glass. If it doesn't crack, then we're good. And we're good. And it should just hang. So those should be able to hang on the Christmas tree and be fine. They're super light, not a problem. It's a beautiful color. I think I wasn't so happy with it, but I really like it. Yeah, I was not going to be super happy with that if it didn't come out right. Soft glass 96. I'm going to be working a little bit of soft glass in the next year. I feel it's very humbling right now because totally different feel. Yeah. You love the ornaments? Thank you. January Capricorn. Thank you, Kilo. Okay, so now that I was trying that gold, if you're not familiar with it, I'm going to show you what silver does. We're going to have a little flaming here with some silver and clear glass. Betty, thank you so much. Thank you, Betty, for hanging out. I appreciate you. Definitely be here tomorrow. We're doing the giveaway, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. So we're going to do a candy cane, but we're going to use silver. So we're going to vaporize pure silver onto the glass. We're going to use it as part of the coloring. I'm going to get that done. There we go. Just like that. All right, preheating it. Like so. So the next step, we're going to color this. It's going to be kind of cool. Dragonfly, when you're ready to do fuming, let me know. I'll walk you through it. There are a couple flame settings you want to use, and you need to like distance of the torch because you're using the different torch. I'll walk you through it. Same thing with groves. I can definitely walk you through it. All right, so we're going to color this. We just have completely clear here. A little bit of silver nugget, like that. And we're going to vaporize it. So the silver superheats, it uses the flame as a conduit and carries on to the tube. And it's going to happen very, very quickly. Like that. See, now we're completely silver plated. So it's an extremely fast process, but it's a good way of coloring stuff. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to melt it in there. So we're going to kind of blend it in with a soft flame. And this is going to kind of seal it in there because right now it's just floating on the surface. And you're going to see it, it's going to look completely different again. Now it's much more transparent. So it just changed the color a little bit. We're going to use two different colors on here. We're going to use clear, and that'll trap it. And that clear is going to create a, you're absolutely wrong, Purple Revolution. We're going to use clear, and we're going to seal it. And here we go. He pioneered it in the pipe industry, but he did not pioneer silver fuming. He didn't invent it. And then we're going to come through. There we go. I'm not taking anything away from the guy. He did an amazing job, but there's a lot of misinformation out there. All right, so we're going to be striping all the way around. Like so. And one more. Swoosh. And now we have it all trapped in there where that clear is. So I want to trap it with, let's use lime green. I haven't used the lime green on top of fuming before. Let's see what lime green does. If you wanted to get into this, what would you recommend getting? So before you ever start, you want to do what I call a glassblowing experience. So find a glassblower near your area and ask them if you could have a couple hours of their time for a little bit of money. You're going to have to pay them, but see if they'll give you a couple hours of your time and just kind of play around with the glass on their equipment and see if you like being around the flame before you ever start investing anything. If you find that you like it, then you're going to want to buy your starter set of equipment. Roughly $2,500 to $3,000 is that range. um, give or take a little bit. And then you're going to take a few basic lessons and then practice, practice, practice. It's a lot like trying to learn how to play a musical instrument. You just have to practice, lots of practice. But yeah, you could do it. And if you do enough, if you spend enough time doing it and you practice enough, 6 months, you could be pretty good and start earning an income at it if you really wanted to. I always tell people about the 6-month mark is the magic number that you could start earning an income. Okay, so now we have all that color surrounded around there. So this is silver fuming. It's going to change colors. It's going to look amazing when we're all done. Yeah, 0 is a new item. I'm pretty happy with it. I didn't know if I was going to produce it, but we've had a pretty good demand for it. So yeah, we're going to make it. How long did it take me to master? I did not. I'm a different story because I learned from my mother. My mom started when I was 2 years old, and I grew up with it. So for me to say how long it took is completely different than what it would take for anybody else. So that's one aspect. In fact, I'll show you where I put it. I started when I was 8, and I was talking about this last night. Okay, you guys can't laugh, okay? So this is what my first items looked like when I was 8 years old, okay? I was 8. I was trying to make snakes. Now, they didn't have the little squiggly eyes, okay? Now, everybody, all the adults in the house were laughing their ass off because it didn't have the googly eyes, but they saw that. And what does that look like? I thought it was a cool snake for 8 years old, but all the adults in the house were laughing their ass off. Now, at 8 years old, I thought it was cool. I thought I made a cool snake, but no. I made sperm. Okay, so now we got to go through and melt this in. Let's do a candy cane. And yeah, if you are interested in glass blowing, you can always send me a message. I'm happy to walk you through where to start, what things to look for, some good resources. I don't sell anything. I don't collect anything. I have no reason to steer you the wrong path. So I have no financial interest in telling you where to go and where to get equipment and what resources to use. So if you're interested, you can always send me a message. I'd be happy to walk you through at least the right places to get information. Because the hard part is, where do you find information? It's not like this is really readily available out there. Okay, so we're going to heat this up and we're going to pull it down and spin it. And here we go. We're going to try a color changing candy cane. I hope it looks good. So right now I'm on my backup tank of oxygen, and I am surprised at how long it's lasted. I thought it'd be dead by now, but it is going pretty good. I thought midstream I might actually have to change oxygen tanks, but nope. I'm pretty good right now. Wow, this is a lot of color. Wow, big ass piece. So on a tree, this will look amazing. I'm telling you, this will look blue, green, all kinds of different colors running through it. You just don't see it right now. Once I shine a flashlight on it, you'll get a little bit of a view of colors. But in its form at the moment, not so much. Okay, we're going to taper this down. And we don't need that. Now that's going to explode. Okay, so let's see if we got some colors running through here. Can you see that blue hue to it now? I don't know if you can see the blues coming through, how it changed colors. And that's what it'll look like on the tree. It'll have that blue iridescence on there. And that's called the color changing glass. Okay, let's turn this into a candy cane. Absolutely, Dragonfly, I got you covered. Okay, let's go. So I always find that a gravity bend is a lot more smooth than trying to use a tool to shape it. Just let nature do its thing, right? Science. But this is the most important. I see so many people trying to bend it this way. I think it coming this way from the top down creates a much more even bend to it. As it probably fails. God dang it. Here I go. Failing. Uh-oh. Shit the bed, Fred. Nope. And that's what you do with garbage. That's what happens. That's what you do with crap that doesn't look spot on. You toss it. Yes, I think it is good night. It is 10:30 my time, and I have been streaming for 3.5 hours straight. So I think it's time for me to call it, especially after that fail on such a basic item. Tomorrow, we are doing a giveaway. Make sure you log in tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so we can do the giveaway. And then we'll be making some crazy crap. Lori, how are you? How are you feeling, by the way? Hold on, I'm not signing off just yet. I got to say hi to Lori. How you feeling? You doing okay? Everybody give Lori their big wishes. She had a little surgery, so we want to send good vibes to Lori. Thank you. Thank you, Lori. Thank you for hanging in there. Everybody send good vibes to Lori. I love having members on here. Y'all are amazing. And if I get to know you, I'll do the same for you. I love recognizing people. I will recognize your name, I promise you, if you're in here quite a bit. Yes, send Lori good wishes. So, I do care about people. So, all right, thank you guys. I appreciate you. And we'll talk soon. All right, I'm going to sign off on TikTok first. I don't know which one I'm on. I just got this damn mouse, and it's Bluetooth and wireless in a different way. All right, TikTok, have a good night. Sign off there. Okay. YouTube, I appreciate all you guys. You made my night. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate everyone. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the hair is natural. 100% natural. I've had this hair since it started turning completely white when I was about 21. It went full white about 23. And I noticed my first strands at 17. So, yeah, it went white. It's a Spanish trait. I didn't know that. Spanish trait. So, I'm half Spanish, half German. You would have thought it was German, but it's the Spanish part of the DNA that went white. So, total trip, right? So, thank you guys. Have a good night. I appreciate you. And Take care of yourselves, all right? Have a good night.